Have you ever scrolled through your social media feed and felt like you were living in a completely different reality from others? Like your values, experiences, and beliefs are not just different but incompatible with the people on the other side of the screen? Do you find yourself wondering, how did we become so divided? And more importantly, can we ever bridge this gap? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most urgent challenges of our time, and one of the most powerful tools for healing it: empathy. We are going to explore what empathy really is, why it's harder to access in our current social climate, and how ancient wisdom, neuroscience, and conscious practices can help us reclaim it. By the end of this episode, you won't just understand empathy, you will be equipped to live it. Let's begin with a truth that's hard to ignore. We are living in a society more polarized than ever before. Whether it's political ideology, social justice, climate change, identity issues, or global health, the cultural landscape is marked by conflict. People are unfriending family over beliefs. Communities are fracturing. Civil discourse is collapsing into shouting matches and silent unfollowers. Why is this happening? A major factor is the digital environment we live in. Social media algorithms are designed to keep us engaged, not enlightened. They feed us content that confirms our existing beliefs and suppresses what challenges them. This creates echo chambers. Over time, we lose the ability and even the desire to understand perspectives different from our own. Add to that the rise of political tribalism. It's no longer about is, it's about identity. Beliefs become badges, and when someone challenges your belief, it feels like they're attacking you. You stop seeing people, you start seeing enemies. But what if there's another way? What if empathy isn't just a soft, feel-good idea, but a revolutionary force? What if the key to healing our divided world begins not with winning debates, but with listening deeply? Let's first explore what empathy actually is. At its core, empathy is the ability to feel with someone, not just to understand them cognitively, but to enter into their emotional world, to imagine their pain, their hopes, their fears, as if they were your own. And it's not just a spiritual ideal. It's a neurological reality. Research shows that empathy is hardwired into the human brain. Mirror neurons allow us to feel what others feel. When you see someone smile, your brain activates the same pattern as if you were smiling yourself. The same is true for pain, for grief, for joy. But like a muscle, empathy can weaken if it's not used. In environments of fear, stress, and division, the brain shifts into survival mode. It defaults to us versus them. Empathy shrinks, compassion contracts. You become reactive instead of reflective, judgmental instead of curious. So how do we rebuild this capacity? One powerful method is through perspective taking. This means intentionally stepping into someone else's shoes, even if just for a moment. Start with active listening. Instead of preparing your response while the other person is speaking, really listen with your whole body, with curiosity. Ask open-ended questions. Can you help me understand how you see this? What experiences led you to that belief? Not to debate, but to connect. Because when people feel seen, they soften. When people feel heard, they heal. Another tool is genuine curiosity. Curiosity doesn't mean agreeing. It means caring enough to learn. You can be deeply rooted in your own truth and still make space to explore someone else's, and often, what you find isn't so different after all. How it's co-deeper with the ancient wisdom of Buddhism. In Buddhist philosophy, compassion is known as Qigong, is seen as the antidote to suffering. It's not pity, it's not rescuing. It's the deep desire to alleviate another's pain, paired with the courage to sit with it. Another foundational practice is metta, or loving kindness. This is the intentional cultivation of goodwill for self, for loved ones, for strangers, and even for those we struggle with. One profound meditation you can try is the just like me contemplation. As you interact with others, especially those you disagree with, silently remind yourself, just like me, this person wants to be happy. Just like me, this person has known fear. Just like me, this person struggles with pain. Just like me, this person seeks love and belonging. This practice dissolves barriers. It reveals the shared humanity behind the masks of identity and ideology. And then there's mindfulness. Learning to observe your own thoughts and emotions without judgment. You create space to respond instead of react, space to see your own conditioning, your own blind spots, your own vulnerability. And that awareness is the foundation of empathy. But empathy isn't just for meditation cushions. It belongs in the real world. So how do we bridge the divide? Start by finding common ground. When you speak to someone on the other side of an issue, don't start with the disagreement. Start with shared values: safety, freedom, love for family, desire for fairness. These are often the same, we just express them differently. Use language that opens, not shuts down. Help me understand. I hear what you're saying. That makes sense from your perspective. Avoid blanket statements. They dehumanize. Replace "people like you always" with the "I've noticed this in our conversation." Learn to disagree respectfully. You don't have to betray your truth to honor someone else's dignity. And don't forget the media diet. Be selective about what you consume. Seek out balanced sources. Learn to question narratives designed to provoke outrage. Be willing to sit with complexity instead of demanding simple answers. Empathy isn't agreement, it's connection. And connection is where healing begins. Let's highlight a few real-world examples. In divided towns, community listening circles are helping people across political lines share stories, and not opinions, but stories. And in that storytelling, bridges form. Teachers using empathy-building exercises in classrooms are reducing bullying and creating safe spaces for all identities. Organizations training police officers in emotional intelligence and nonviolent communication are improving relationships between law enforcement and communities. This isn't theory, it's transformation. Now, it's your turn. Here's your empathy toolkit. Practice one just like me contemplation each day. Choose one news story and explore how the opposing side might feel, not just think. Reach out to someone you disagree with, not to debate, but to ask a question from curiosity. Start a weekly empathy journal. Write down moments when you chose understanding over judgment. Commit to one specific act of empathy this week. Maybe it's listening more deeply, or apologizing sincerely, or giving someone the benefit of the doubt. Empathy won't solve every problem, but it will make solutions possible. It won't eliminate conflict, but it can transform how we face it. It won't end division overnight, but it can begin the process, one heart at a time. So we leave you with this. Empathy is not weakness, it's strength. It's not indulgence, it's intelligence. It's not a retreat from truth, it's a return to humanity. What's one small act of empathy you'll try today? Share it in the comments. Let's create a space where we not only talk about healing, but become it. If you found value in this message, subscribe, like, and share it with someone who might need to hear it. Until next time, may you see clearly, listen deeply, and walk gently in the shoes of another.